Now, scenes are the mainstay in the way in which you're going to compose within KAIROS. Traditionally, we deal with MEs 1 to 4 or 8, or however many your switcher really has, in order to compose, your multi-boxes, all that kind of stuff, and do all sorts of manipulations when it comes to the way in which IMAG is generated and things of that nature. Now, in here we're dealing with scenes because of it's more of a it's a software-based system. It's trying to be a little bit more attuned with the way in which Photoshop works, the way in which we sort of manipulate and generate visual graphics within a 16:9 or 9:16 aspect ratio. Now, I can have a specific number of layers if I want to start off with like 4. It's just going to generate 4 layers. But say I just want to have a background, I'm just going to select background. Cool. Now I just have 1 layer AB to work with. Each scene will only have 1 AB bus. If I want to add more layers on top of that, I can pretty much have as many as I need to. Then the nice thing is I don't really have to be thinking about, how many MEs do I have available to make a scene. I really is capable of doing a lot of really powerful stuff. I think you're safe around 30 layers, but that's pretty impressive. So I'm just gonna make 1 layer just for demonstration purposes. And what you really have to think about is that you can decide what is available for each scene and for each layer. So it gives you a lot of various control. On the start, whenever you create a new scene, it's gonna give you all the sources as options. So black, white, color A through C, FX inputs, but I could also add specific inputs like ramp layers or clip layers or color mats, and actually move them around in order that makes sense for the show that I'm shooting or that I'm switching for. Within the main scene, and we can also put scenes within scenes. So in the main scene, if I need to have my 3 box available to me, I have to make that accessible as a source option. Let me, for this demonstration, let me just put test 101 as an available scene. So I go, again, source options, manipulate which ones I want. I can move these up and down, but I'm gonna select test 101, press OK. It's gonna load that into the last clip here. If I wanna move that up, just move that all the way up, and that's gonna be reflected on my control surface. Press it right there, and I'm gonna preview that for what it is, and currently it's black. So back in my test 101 scene here, I'm gonna change the layer. All I have to do is Control O, or I can, go through my transition bus here. So I can pick white, color A, B, C, blah, blah, blah. And then as you can see, layer 1 is currently off. So that's this, eye icon. It also has its own distinct selectable layers here. So let me put the window cam in that as well. So now you can see, hey, there's a window cam, but it's currently on top of the background. I could also do a key fill sort of situation using a luminance key or chroma key. I can also do transform settings. So I can very easily manipulate the scale of this picture-in-picture. And then I can also use the buttons down here to crop. Once I have that enabled, transform, meaning I can rotate the image 2-dimensionally or move it around as I wish. I can also do something called corner pinning, which allows me to really manipulate it extremely to sort of create some sort of wacky sort of view of my layer on top of this. Now, this might not be a traditional thing to do, but it really shows how flexible the system is. In addition, I can add all sorts of effects on the lower right-hand side. So it's really like a stackable sort of like Photoshop type thing where, I can add some defocus. I'm just gonna turn that corner pinning thing off and reset these. So we have this straight up. And then, I can also just increase the defocuser. So now I got a nice blurred effect. So I can put my green screen, I can take a raw image and on the fly change sort of the bokeh effect that I have with my subject, with my background for my subject. But that just goes to show how powerful the system really is. I'm not even going that far into all the different layers and all the different manipulations. I just want to give you a taste of all the things that you can do with your scenes. But I hope you enjoyed that tutorial on the scene function in KAIROS Creator and the KC100.